What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Good, The Bad and The Stupid. It's Tuesday the 3rd of December. What's going on in your lives? I'll tell you what's been going on in mine. It's cold. It's been really cold today. Got to find myself a scraper. I can't keep scraping my windscreen with a spanner. It's not... I don't think it's very good for my windscreen. And it's also making me very late for where I need to be, because I'm always at the... I don't know about you, but I'm always running just perfectly. Well, I'm always running behind on time, many of my friends would suggest. But when I am on time, I'm almost perfectly on time. But then it only takes a frozen windscreen to make you fucking 45 minutes late then, doesn't it? Because you get to your car and you think, right, just jump in the car, get to where I need to go. No, I've got to stop and scrape the windscreen for 45 minutes or for 15 minutes with a spanner or whatever. Then you hit traffic. Next thing you know, you're 45 minutes late. Yeah, that's how I roll. Anyhow, it's not as ridiculous as what I saw today. If anybody saw the Jeremy Corbyn was on this morning television with Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby being the prime interrogators. Fucking hell. Did you want to see that? It was like, I've had to watch it just because I saw little snippets people put around on Facebook and everyone was going, what a load of bollocks. Because basically, if you thought Gordon the Gopher was dead, he's not. He's alive and well, and he's formed into Phillip Schofield, and he's questioning Jeremy Corbyn about political things way above his field and intelligence, I would imagine. He's just literally reading. He's doing what I'm doing here, like reading a piece of paper, having not actually read it previously, and he's reading out what people have said about Jeremy Corbyn, and then questioning him about it. You don't even know. He's just doing it off the top of his head, and he's like, you know, I do it on purpose. That's fucking. But I'm doing it for comedy. He's doing it to be fucking serious, you know. And he's like, oh god, it was like watching. If you've ever seen the Muppets when they have somebody famous on. That's exactly what it was. Phillip Schofield, Mr. Muppet, asking loads of like political questions, and Jeremy Corbyn just, you know, I don't care who it would be, regardless, you know, they would have looked stupid, but he kind of showed his own cards really. I think Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby weren't much better. She was like trying to ask intelligent questions, but they come across as a little bit fucking. I don't know, embarrassing really, childish if you like. So anyway, I think Jeremy Corbyn won, Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby -10. You know, that's points. They went off the fucking scoreboard. They hit the fucking big freeze. So yeah, there you go. Stick to We Buy Any Car adverts, Phillip, and This Morning TV. Talk about baking cakes or something like that. Leave the politics to the fucking... You know, he did get it. They're going on about how he got him to say sorry to the Jewish thing, because it's just not even a big thing, is it? It's just, I mean, it's a big thing, but what I'm saying is that he said apologise many times, and he's just sick of people asking him to repeat. That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's already been done, and Phillip Schofield was trying to. It was like being that sort of kid in the class that, like, you know, would flick your ears from behind and then run off and tell the teacher that you did it to him. That's what I imagine. He needs a good spanking for that, Phillip Schofield. Misbehaving, trying to be somebody. I thought he was out to sort of get some points on his shoulders. Some brownie badges. Right, let's move on. Fuck you, now I've rolled on that one, haven't I? Look, you're doing it to... I'm milking it. You milked it, Phillip, and now I'm milking you. Donald Trump, not milking you. You know what I mean. I'm milking the situation because you've created comedy for us all. Donald Trump has said that has landed, I think, in town, and he's talking about. He said he's staying out of the British election, but I believe Boris Johnson will do a great job when he gets appointed. So you're not staying out of it. You're fucking. You're well and truly sticking your oar in there, and also he said that if you was to hand him the NHS, He said, we don't want anything to do with the NHS. If we were to hand it him on a silver platter, they would still refuse. Well, that's just a load of bollocks as well, isn't it? Because he said it before, that everything's on the table. So, it's all sound bites, but we'll soon find out when we got to go and get some cold cure or some penicillin, and it's like the bills about receipts about that long. If it's a Tory win, if the drug prices go up, that is. I think it's one of them things, isn't it? If drug prices go up, the NHS 100% can't afford it, so they'll have to privatise it to create profit to pay for the drug prices. See how it works? Vicious circle. Anyway, let's move on to Prince Andrew. Do I want to talk about Prince Andrew? No, not really. But there's an interview with the girl who there's an interview, panorama interview on the TV, so that's going to be interesting. We all know it all. We know it all anyway. You don't really need to watch it. You pretty much fucking know. Read between the lines, and you know, don't you? But apparently he's been subpoenaed by the American courts, or maybe he should be. If everybody else has to, he shouldn't really have any. He's not even a Raw now, is he? So they can go after him. Can fucking go right after him. But he shouldn't be sort of able to avoid. But it's the wealthy can't they? The wealthy have got this ability to fucking dodge and slip through people's fingers. But maybe he's getting that much heat, he won't be able to get away with it. Anyway, let's move on to something a little bit more my level of intelligence, and that is an online shopper who ordered an Apple Watch from Amazon. He's paid £299 for an Apple Watch Series 4 from Amazon, and he got excited when he got delivered to his work address, and when he went down he opened it in front of other workers and pulled out a toilet plunger. They sent him the wrong thing, and he got a toilet plunger instead of an Apple Watch, so that's a bit of a disappointment. I mean, toilet plungers, who the fuck? Toilet plungers, I've never even, I don't think, when was the last time I ever had to use a toilet plunger? What the fucking level of things are you putting down the toilet that you need a plunger these days? Any days. It seems a very archaic thing, Toilet plunger. Block toilet, well, I suppose, I suppose if you got it depends how old your toilet is, I suppose. But I was thinking then whether you're dropping what kind of fucking after Christmas, after all the Christmas food and that, you might need this Christmas plunger that you've just ordered yourself. It's not a very good gift either. But anyway, £299 he's paid for that. He's asked for his money back, and they'll only give him £289 back. So they've still made him pay £10 towards it. So they're going to give him a £10 Amazon voucher. How's that work? They've sent you the wrong thing. You've still had to pay £10 towards your toilet plunger. I don't need a toilet plunger. I've just got Dino Rod on speed dial. Now that's what somebody said about one of those eaters. Have you seen these people? I think they're on YouTube and stuff. These people who are like they call themselves professional. There's nothing fucking that professional about it. All they do is just the champion eaters. They just get piles of food and eat it, and try and eat it in a certain amount of time. Like the one girl did about 100 donuts or something like that, and she just literally shoving them in and swallowing them. And in the comments and everything, and she was like a good-looking girl, and she looked like quite a nice figure. She won't have it for very long, what she's doing, but at the same time, someone put all the comments and everything, and one of them said that she had she must have Dino Rod on speed dial. Because she was eating as much as a table at 5 at least. Anyway, can't be good for you. A bare knuckle. Oh, I'm going to do that one. Mr. Men were last night accused of being sexist after one mansplained an iconic bridge to a stupid blonde girl, then sighed when she failed to understand. What? A PhD student blasted the writers of Mr. Men in Scotland over a conversation between Mr. Clever and Little Miss Curious. Okay, it's becoming more it's making a little bit of sense. But anyway, I guess he's trying. So what did he say? So the text read, Mr. Clever explained that it was named after the River Forth. Little Miss Curious thought for a moment, so what happened to the river first? The river second and the river third, she asked. And then Mr. Clever sighed. He sighed and said, it's going to be a long day. So Shelby from Coventry spotted the book on sale in Stirling and moaned that such anecdotes taught children girls were stupid in, and it was a man's job to explain things to them. I kind of get your point, but at the same time, it's a fucking children's book, and there are situations where a man and a girl will have those conversations. Could be a man and a boy. Could be a woman talking to a stupid boy. Could be any which way you can. There must be the opposite version of that, of a woman talking to a stupid boy in a silly situation. I mean, what's her name? Little Miss Curious. So she doesn't know a lot. She's curious. That's the point. That's her position. Otherwise, the book wouldn't go anywhere, would it? So anyway, there you go. That guy's got. He's on Phillip Schofield's fucking level. I think he's like, trying to make a point, make a name for himself when there's not really much to be gained, or he's made it into the papers. He's got fucking something out of it, but at the same time, I don't think we're all going to lose much sleep over that one. I think there's worse situations in life. Go and have a look outside Waterstones where you bought the book from. Probably there's a fucking guy sleeping in a sleeping bag, freezing his bollocks off. How about dealing with that situation? That shit makes the papers. That shit won't. So there you go. That's where fucking society is at the minute. God, I'm having a bad day. You can imagine, can't you? You can tell, can't you? A school has been slammed for trying to ban. Here's another case. A school has been banned from slammed for trying to ban children from growing beards because they scare younger pupils. They're breaking all school in black, trying to outlaw all facial hair, including moustaches and sideburns. The rule was going to be brought in next year as younger pupils felt intimidated by others looking too grown up. I mean, I don't know about the younger people being banned from being banned because younger kids find the other ones like what do they say? Look too grown up and feel intimidated by them. Mate, I just think kids with trying to grow beards, they just look stupid anyway, don't they? They just look like little wispy fucking moustaches and like I know, I've been one. I know. We was all growing up and everyone's trying to grow like facial hair, trying to look a little bit older. Some they always looked young. So, like some friends of mine, even though they're 25 or something, they still look like they were at school. And the only thing that like made them look so they wouldn't get asked for ID in the pub or something is because they had a little shit moustache, whatever, or a moustache to sort of put a few years on their face because they're just like baby faces forever, Even now they probably look the same. It's almost like that Karate Kid, the Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio or something. He had this thing where he was always forever young. Some people are like that. So when they grow moustaches and everything, they still look weird, don't they? Like Bugsy Malone film. So anyway, I'm down with the school for saying the kids shouldn't grow moustaches and beards while they're at school or at school because they look stupid and they just look, don't go with the uniform, does it? If you've got a uniform and a system and whatever, and everybody has to follow suit, I'm okay with that. It's like wearing earrings at school. Saying that we used to be able to wear them, but it depends on the school, doesn't it? If you all got to look the same and no one stands out from the other person. Because at our school, everybody could do anything, but you could tell who had the money, who was poor as fuck, whose parents were doing their hair, and whose one, my mum doing my bloody hair, dyeing it blonde and was like a doll. Like, I look good. Looking back now, I look good, but I didn't enjoy sitting in the hairdressers having my hair fucking highlighted. I can tell you that. When I was meant to be out playing with my mates, you know, like with the rubber cap on, with the fucking all your hair being pulled through, poked through. Oh, anyway, what have we got here? Gary Barlow's going solo. I hope he's told his mates take that a look in, like they're down to 3, because he's giving the others the boot. I think he's just. Well, they've run out of road, haven't they? Fuck me. How many tours can they do singing the same fucking songs? You know, it's even as the biggest, best fan in the world, you're going to go, oh, come on, had enough now. Or, you know, let's go and see. Well, he's got a whole bunch of his own fans. He looks different, actually. He's got a moustache, beard and a suit on there. He looks almost like a real man and not like a boy band man, which they are still, aren't they? Take that. Crazy, isn't it? Because Take That are still frozen in that period where there was a boy band, but they're doing it now as a man band. It's kind of don't. And the fans have all grown up and stuff. Have they got any young fans? It's going to be like the Cliff Richard times, isn't it? Where Cliff Richard's got all his fans are all the same age as him. You know, that's where Glastonbury comes in every now and then, because Glastonbury, you get all the young people listening to somebody they would never even dream of going to watch in a concert, but they'll go and just rock up because they're at the festival anyway, so they'll just go and check him out. And they go, oh, his music ain't that bad after all. I thought it was a right old fart. Well, that's where Gary Barlow's going now. Trying to appeal to a different audience. The other 3 are going to have to go, well, we ain't got no fucking talent. What are we going to do? You bastard, leaving us hung and dry. Well, you know, you should have fucking sharpened your songwriting skills and, you know, find your own little niche. Anyway, what are we going on to here? Speaking of music, drill lyrics blamed for glorifying knife crime are no more violent than the songs of the Beatles jurors at a murder trial were told. Well, I mean, they're talking about lines from the Beatles, which, what was that one? I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than be with another man. And the Rolling Stones one that says, I'll stick my knife down your throat, baby, and it hurts. That sounds like an innuendo, really. Or meant to be a sexual, you know, connotation rather than the actual knife. But at the same time, I get the point. And I also, you know, I think freedom of speech in music. Everyone should be able to sing about whatever they want, but it's only when the fucking gangs or the rappers are actually getting killed by the other rappers, because I don't think it's just like drill music for the sake of drill music. Is glamatising violence or knife crime and stuff like that. They're singing about it, and they're singing about it, but there's members of that group having fucking fracas with members of those groups. So it's when it comes down to it is actually happening by the people who are singing it, then you know, that's where the fucking question is, isn't it? You look gangsters, you look at the gangsters in America, they all sing about gang violence and police and all that kind of stuff, and the situation on the streets. Same kind of thing, just a different environment. You know, most of them, it was just, it was like, it was, you know, it was the music for the music's sake and just for the environment that they grew up in. But at the same time, some of the rappers fucking were shooting each other and whatever else. So when it's that close to home, that's when you got to question it. You can't be a gangster and a rapper. You know what I mean? Choose one or the other. That's what I say. Use the fucking music to stay away from the rapping and stay away from the gun violence or the violence. Sing about fucking don't stab people. Don't sing about stabbing people. You know, you fucking rocket up the charts then. This a covert operation for some £4 billion. £4 billion of gold has been moved from London to Poland over a series of secret trips. 8,000 bars weighing 100 tons in total had to be flown over a number of times. We didn't even know it was here, did we? Well, I didn't. Well, if you want to know where it is, they've told you right here in the paper. The bars now have a new home in the vaults at the Narodny Bank in Polski in Warsaw. So if you're that way inclined, there's 8,000 gold bars now sitting in a vault in Poland. Apparently it's Polish gold that was hidden from the Nazis. It was taken out. It's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? It's just metal. It's just metal out of the ground. And it's got like this kind of huge monetary importance kind of thing. When really, it's just a piece of metal. You know what I mean? If somebody decided today gold isn't worth fuck all, it's just a piece of metal again. There's nothing really, there's nothing about it. There's no value to it. It doesn't do anything, does it? It's just a block of metal. But it's, you know, whilst it's worth money, it's worth nicking. So everybody loves a good bank heist, as long as nobody gets hurt. But, you know, where would we have all these films unless somebody was doing it? You know, like the Michael Caine, the Italian Job, and all these other ones. You know, watch this space. I've told you where the location is. I didn't. The newspaper did. Waitrose are ditching the 10p plastic bags in favour of ones costing 50p and 75p. Well, I'm all for that, because I just don't understand. I'm going to be fucking stung for that, because I'm forever buying the plastic bags. So they're going from 10p, they're going to go 50p to 75p. And I buy one or two every time I go there, because I forget to have them with me, and I don't even intend to go to the shops. I just pass one and go, oh, I think I need some, I don't know, some washing up liquid. And I go in for washing up liquid, and I come out with 2 bags for fucking shopping, because I think, why I'm here, I grab that, I'll start seeing the deals and everything. I'm the fucking sucker for the deals. I see all the signs, or I just walk around and think, well, now I'm here, I might as well buy this, 4 of them. And I end up with, and I go, oh, just because 2 bags then. So that's where I come from. So I've got a cupboards in the kitchen that are spilling out. It's almost like a padded cell. I've got that many, what they call bags for life, or whatever you call them. So I'm the biggest sucker for them. So anyway, I'll learn when it's 50p and 75p. 10p I can just about handle. But I don't know why they don't just put paper bags. What's wrong with the fucking paper bags like they do in America? America, I love, you know when you go to see the American films and they go into the night store or any of the shops in New York or whatever else, and they get some groceries, as they call them, and they come out and they put it all gets put in a paper bag and they just carry it out. I always, even as a kid, I used to like that, and I used to think, why haven't we got those kind of ways? You know, why don't we use the paper bags to carry the stuff? It looks cooler for some reason, you know, than the plastic shit bags that we get. So why don't they use them? Why haven't they got those in the supermarkets? Come on, catch on. You can still sell them, but they're paper and they're reusable. Just don't sell them for 75p, because that's going to be a thorn in my side, I can tell you. Where are we going? Oh, I'm running out of time now. I've rambled on a couple of things there. I don't know what it was. I think it was Phillip Schofield. Fucking hell. We deserve to talk about Phillip Schofield. We need to talk about, what's that film? We need to talk about Kevin. That's a dark film though, but we need to talk about Phillip Schofield. That's what should be the quote of the day. Look out for it. It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube. That's where I watched it. Marks and Spencer's want to replace changing rooms with 3D body scanners. Shoppers looking for the perfect fit would get a digital avatar using the airport security style machines. The scanners use infrared depth sensors to tell customers their exact measurements. That's the bollocks, that is. I'm all for that. That would give you the perfect fitted suit, isn't it? You ever bought a suit off? There's always something wrong with a suit if you don't get it fitted, isn't it? There's all either like, I've had to borrow a suit off somebody once, and it was like almost down halfway down my fingers. I had to hold my hands up like that so the arms fell back. I needed it urgently for, I think it was an interview, so I didn't get the job, obviously, because I turned up looking like I was wearing my dad's suit. But, you know, I was only about 17 at the time. But anyhow, that's a good idea, how to get you exact perfect measurements. Everyone will look the bollocks, but now you just wear get clothes exactly as they fit you, if you can afford to have them made to measure. You know, there's nothing better than a bloke looking cool in a proper fitted suit. But it's all money, isn't it? We ain't all got the dough for Savile Row. We all had some fitted suits. Sent all our measurements off to Thailand for a friend's wedding, and we all of us got the suits back. We had to buy them mine, but it was a nice suit. We had it measured on Daniel Craig's suit in Gucci, a Gucci suit that he had in, I think it was a James Bond's film. Anyway, the suits were the bollocks. Actually, where the hell is that? I don't even know where that suit is. So there we go. That's what these podcasts do. Remind me to look for something. And there we go. I've got a. Each suit's worth $5,000. We paid 300. So all good. So there's a life hack for you. Send all your measurements to Thailand. You come back. It was mint. Right. I'm going to finish up on one more. I think. Two more. A footballer allegedly bit an opponent's willy after a tense match. How the hell's he managed to do that? I bet it wasn't tense after he bit it. The two teams had a row when they congregated in the stadium's car park following the 1-1 draw, and somehow ended up with one biting the other guy's manhood. So. There must have been a very, very loud, high-pitched scream, I would imagine. Come on, that's not very sportsmanlike, is it? You know what I mean? I think he's in. Is he going to go to court over that? He was unable to work for 4 days, so that's pretty painful. Or he's just milked it and thought, I'm having a fucking few days off for that. Any chance to have a few days off work? We don't know what he did to the other guy yet. Did he deserve the bite on the bollocks? A wacky goalkeeper, Rennie Higuita, has admitted he took cocaine as a hobby. The Colombian legend, I can't spell his name properly, say his name properly, Higuita, he did the scorpion kick against England in 1995, the one who, like, the ball was coming into the goal and he booted his feet back and booted the ball, saved the goal. As a Colombian player in a team where the gangsters shoot their or threaten their players with death if they fuck up. That was like one of the bravest moves I've ever seen, because he didn't even attempt to use it with his hands, which he could have just caught it. And anyway, he said he used to use cocaine. He said he was asked about drugs. He said, "Yeah, of course I consume them," and he used to do it as a hobby. Of course he did. He lives in Colombia. Cocaine to Colombians is like fucking strawberries to an Englishman, surely. No, he said he's tried it. I don't know whether he still does it, but he must have been on it on that day when he was did that kick, because he must have thought, not even a care in the world. I'm totally confident that I'm gonna save that ball with my feet from behind my head, with the threat of a gangster shooting me dead in the street if I fuck it up. So yeah, the guy's got balls. And the guy's got cocaine in his balls. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. See you again tomorrow. Bye.